Israel is continuing to warn civilians to evacuate areas where Hezbollah is known to store weapons. The Israeli Prime Minister Binyamin Netanyahu even sending a short video statement addressed to the Lebanese people.
I have a message for the people of Lebanon. Israel's war is not with you. It's with Hezbollah. For too long, Hezbollah has been using you as human shields. It placed rockets in your living rooms and missiles in your garage. Those rockets and missiles are aimed directly at our cities, directly at our citizens. To defend our people against Hezbollah strikes, we must take out those weapons. Now, starting this morning, the IDF has warned you to get out of harm's way.
Binyamin Netanyahu there. Well, we're going to talk now to our correspondent in Jerusalem, Irris Makler, and Philip Turler, International Affairs Editor, is also with us. Let's start with you, though, Irris. What's been the reaction there to what Netanyahu said and the fears about how far Israel might go?
Benjamin Netanyahu was speaking in English to the Lebanese, so it's apparent, since they'd been hearing messages in Arabic all day, including 80,000 calls to their phones telling them to leave their homes. It wasn't just a message for them. It was a message for the international community currently meeting at the United Nations in New York, because the end of that statement was, don't worry, you will be able to return to your homes soon. And the message, I think, is this is not the war in Gaza. This is a tactical move against Hezbollah. And we heard yesterday from the Israeli Defense Force spokesperson, and what he said was, you are seeing huge explosions because the areas where we are hitting, there are rockets and mortars, and they go up. And he also said that a large number of those killed were actually young males, were Hezbollah fighters. So that's the Israeli position. But I have heard analysts here saying that Israel is in effect playing with fire, literally. What it's doing is it's upping the ante, hoping, up this escalation ladder, hoping that Hezbollah and Sheikh Nasrallah will hop off. But there's no guarantee of that. That's a high-risk strategy. You're playing a deadly game of poker and I mean deadly, because the analysis or the predictions are, if there's a full-scale war, which there is not yet, this is an escalation of an ongoing war of attrition. But if there's a full-scale war, there could be thousands and, in fact, tens of thousands dead on both sides of the line.
Philip, what do you think from our International Affairs desk? I mean, what is Israel's goal here, if you like?
Well, I think Irris has hit it on the head, that Israel is certainly pushing Hezbollah to try to stop the attacks. The problem is Hezbollah's caught in a trap itself, because it said that it's going to carry on firing missiles into Israel until there's a ceasefire deal in the Gaza Strip with Hamas, thinking that ceasefire deal, with the help of the United States, the international community, Egypt and others, would be signed by now, and that will bring an end to those strikes over the border into Israel. That hasn't happened, so it's carrying on with those strikes to keep its face. And at the same time, Israel knows that Hezbollah is a force to be reckoned with, and it's not really in Israel's interests that there is an all-out war between Hezbollah and the Israeli forces, principally because there is so much firepower. The bottom line, as far as Israel is concerned, is that, well, we want to knock Hezbollah out. We want to let the 60,000 or so Israeli citizens go back to their homes in northern Israel. But that is still a long way off, because I don't think anybody who's left their homes there is going to want to go back there anytime soon, with this, what could be a much greater conflict, a much more violent confrontation between the two sides, looking increasingly imminent.
So it seems to be ratcheting up, as Philip and Irris are saying there. But Irris, what's the sentiment there, do you think, as the conflict has begun moving further and further north?
I'll tell you the Israeli point of view. What people here see is that it was a bad week for Hezbollah and a good week for Israel militarily. And that, I think, gives them some kind of feeling of satisfaction. That, of course, is fragile. It could easily switch. That's the reality of war. But they see it like this. Hezbollah attacked Israel on October the 8th. It has been attacking Israel ever since. That has led to thousands of rockets being fired into Israel, tens of thousands of Israelis being displaced, dozens being killed, acres and acres of farms, homes, and businesses destroyed. And they say, in fact, I've just read an editorial in one of the leading English language newspapers saying that this response is overdue because they want this war of attrition to end. And they feel that, especially residents of the north of Israel, feel that they were abandoned by their government, which focused only on the south. The military thinking was that they would fight in the south, finish that, and then turn north. As we know, and as Philip Turle has just said, that hasn't happened. And so Israel is beginning this two-phase war. There are many analysts here who say, along with the US and along with the French, that this is not a long-term strategy, that you don't want an all-out war, you want to leverage this for a diplomatic solution, and that would be a solution south and north that would see this war stop in both areas, and perhaps you would emerge with Hamas and Hezbollah weakened, which are Israeli war aims as well.
Irris, thanks very much. We'll let you disappear off. Irris Makler joining us there from Jerusalem. Philip